Hello everyone, I'm Debbie Nolan with Henrico Recreation and Parks. And here with me today for our chair yoga session is Kathy Clifton. Kathy is also with Recreation and Parks, and we're excited to bring this form of yoga to you today. Now, before we get started, you'll need to make sure that you find an area in your home where you can shut the door, which is ideally, but if not, you find an area that's a little bit less busy so that you'll be able to concentrate on what you need to be doing for the practice today. Now you need a chair, preferably a straight back chair of some type without arms. A yoga mat perhaps. If you don't have a yoga mat in chair yoga, it's not as essential. If you do it in a room with carpet, ideal. But if you do have a yoga mat, you'll want to put it beneath the chair so that the legs of the chair are resting on the mat so that it doesn't slide back and forth. Now, chair yoga is a very therapeutic form of yoga. We use the chair in a way in which that it can A, help you get into the poses more easily, so as an assistive route, or B, it can challenge you, or C, it can do both. So it can assist you and challenge you at the same time. Now, as always, our level of fitness always depends on how the challenge enacts itself within us. But as in any form of yoga, you'll also be using the breath to join together the mind and the body in our practice. And so this is a very nurturing practice, and we'll be able to explore different ways to use the chair over the next few moments. So if you're ready and you have all of your things in place, then we'll get started. Now, Kathy is already in position, and I'm going to move my chair back a little bit so you can see the side view of what we're doing. And we're going to start on our backs this evening with your calves resting on the seat of the chair and your feet against the back of the chair. Also, your bottom near the front chair rung. So I'm going to move mine so that we get ready and get started. Very nice. So, for today's practice, we will be using the getting up and down method somewhat, and but not excessively. But if you have difficulty getting up and down off the floor, you can always stay seated in the chair. So one way you know if you're in position with a chair is you reach down with your hands and clasp the rungs of the chair. So then you know your bottom's in alignment, knees over your hips. Then just allow your arms to relax next to your body. Good, and just have the feet touch the back of the chair. Good, and make sure your knees are right over your hips. So at this point, just close your eyes or shut them halfway, and then focus on your breath. Now notice if your nose is the highest point on your face, meaning if your chin's jutted up, just draw your chin down towards your chest, and then relax that. Good, let your lower back relax into the mat. And here for the next few moments, just focus on your breath. As you inhale and exhale, allow the breath to flow in and flow out. Imagine it flowing in through the nostrils and down the back of the throat and all the way into the very base of your lungs. And then imagine the breath flowing back out in reverse. Now, oftentimes when we first relax down in this position, you'll have a sensation of your lower back being raised up. So after a few moments, your body will relax and allow the spine to just relax down into the mat, almost like you're trying to make an imprint of your spine into the mat. Now take a moment as you're breathing, and always remember that your breath has a prescribed length, much like the waves that come into the shore from the ocean. Good, and don't worry about trying to make the breath longer or shorter. Just let it be a natural breath. Notice where you may be holding surface tension in your body, just an area where you may be holding tight and not realize it. Good, and then just check in with the state of you right now, this moment. Where do you feel the most sensation? Maybe it's twinges in the hinges, maybe old injuries, just areas that you want to pay special attention to as you move through today's chair yoga practice. Now notice the busy thoughts in your mind. All of those things are important, but just not for your practice this afternoon. So as you collect each of those thoughts and honor them, maybe you inhale, collect the thought, and then exhale, allow it to float away. Very, very, very nice. Now let's let go of judgment and let go of criticism, or it can be our own worst critique, but let that go. Here, be open and welcoming to yourself and where you're at in your life and in your practice. If you're new to chair yoga, all the better. Just remember, if you move a micrometer in the direction of the pose, you're getting the benefits of it. You don't have to express it in its deepest form, to just be working in the area towards improvement. Good. So after your next exhale, just slowly open your eyes and then just float up your right leg towards the sky. Now as you float up the right leg, just make sure the foot's over your head, over your hip rather, good, rather than your head, and then press up through the heel of your foot. So bend your knee towards your chest and then straighten the leg as straight as you can straighten it. Good. So bend your knee into your chest. Good, and then press up towards the sky, straightening that leg. Very nice. And again, bend in and press up. Very nice. Let's do that 2 more times. So bend in closely and press back up. Good. And one more time like that. And press back up. Now pause right there. Place your right hand on the thigh, just a little bit below the knee joint. Good. Now open your leg out to the side and bend the knee out to the side. There, your foot is still over your knee. Good. And then draw that knee down towards the mat. Maybe your elbow touches the mat or the floor. Good. Reach out with your left arm, your opposite arm, and just anchor it on the mat or the floor. Good. So opening up in the hip here, we carry a lot of tension in our hips. Very nice. Now lift that leg back up and cross that leg on top of the other leg. Take your hand on the right side and just push it against your inner thigh and open your hips. So first just push away. You can flex the foot, meaning bend at the ankle, toe towards your knee. Good. Hand on the inner thigh. Good. Now you should feel that in the hip area, and then just release that. So hand on the hip, press away. Hand on the thigh, feel it in the hip, and press away. So this is a reclining figure 4. As you see, remember that yoga is 5,000 to 7,000 years old, so any of these stretches, exercises that we have oftentimes had its origin in yoga. Good, and release. Good, and again, press. Very, very, very nice. And release. Good, and we press. Now notice that as you move the leg this way over a longer period of time, part of the sensation that you feel in the hip actually abates and goes away. Good. Now pause right there and take the right hand behind the thigh. Good. Take your left hand and hold your ankle. Good. So you can hold the ankle from above or below. Either one is good. Now take a big inhale and then exhale. Lift your nose up towards your shin bone. Draw the leg towards your nose. Good. Now rock the baby just by moving the legs side to side. Or think windshield wiper. Now there's a big difference between a baby and a windshield wiper, isn't there? So, all right. Now pause and come in close to your body. Good. Now relax it again, side to side. Good. And come back in close to your body. Very nice. Now, if you find that there's too much tension on your head to have it lifted up like that, you can always lay your head and shoulders down. Good. Come back in close. Very nice. Now relax the head and shoulders down. Now place your hands on the calf or on the back of the thigh. All of those are good. Slide your hands up as high as you can, and then exhale, draw your nose up towards that knee. Good. Very, very, very nice. Now pausing there and allowing the leg to float down back to the chair. Very, very nice. Let's lift up the other leg. Guess what? All the same things we just did. So exhale the knee down towards your torso. Bend, bend, bend your knee. And then press that foot right back up. So bend the knee down towards your chest and press the foot back up. Good. Bend the knee in towards your chest and press right back up. Good. Bend and press. Very, very nice. And bend and press. Good. Bend and press. One more time here. Bend and hold. Now cross that foot on top of the other knee so you open in what we call a figure 4 stretch. Hand on that inner thigh. Now keep the left foot flexed and then exhale, press the leg away. And then inhale, release. And press the leg towards the chair. Good. And inhale, release. Press towards the chair. And inhale, release. Towards the chair. And release. Let's do 2 more of these. And then we're going to hold. And one more time. Good. This time just hold and pause right there. Good. So notice where you feel the most sensation in these movements. Remember, you have a dominant side. The muscles are contracted on that side. You use that side all the time. So the muscles just naturally draw up more. They're stronger. And then you have the flexible side, which is more limber. We just don't use that side as much. So we're trying to come to balance between the two. Excellent. Pause. Very, very nice. Now reach down and collect your ankle or the back of the thigh. So perhaps on this side you do your ankle. Good. Now if that doesn't work for you, hand behind the thigh. Good. So leg is up. Good. And now exhale. You're out to the side. So let the leg open out to the side. It's more of a happy baby pose. There you go. So half of a happy baby. Good. Now just draw your elbow down towards the mat. Good. Still hold on. You might find if you hold your leg, you might hold right here. Same thing. Good. Just waking up the hip area. Now we sit a lot and we do a lot of seated positions. Good. Which also just keep us tight in that part of the body. Now bring the leg across, reach up, hand on the ankle, hand on the back of the knee. Exhale your nose up towards your shin bone and rock your baby. Good, and then bring it close to your chest like you're going to put your nose on your knee. Good, and rock your baby right across your body. Remember your head and shoulders can be down, but be up if you can. And notice if you can come a little closer each time. Good. Come in close and pause. Very nice. One more time. Rock. And come in close and hold. Beautiful. And relax down. Now stretch that leg straight up to the air. Good. Exhale and slide your hands up a little higher. Good. Like you're going to put your nose on your knee. Draw your feet down towards your head. Very, very nice. Now relax down. Bring that foot down to the chair again. Good. Now one more time. Bend your right knee. Bring it up. Hold your ankle perhaps. Now, just like we did with half of happy baby pose. Now, in this part, your hand can be in 3 different places. Your hand can be on the back of the thigh, hand can be on your calf, hand can be on your ankle. Heck, the hand can even be on your foot, just depends on you. Good, so what we want to think about here is left arm out to the carpet or to the floor. Good, now let's straighten the leg up, as straight as you can make it. Now when you go to do that, if your knee is a lot bent, hold the calf or the ankle. Good, it's all good. And you can also use a strap if you have a strap. I didn't think about that to mention it earlier, but if you have a strap, an old sash from a robe or that sort of thing, or an old belt, you could use that too. Now keep the left side of your body anchored on the floor, and exhale, let that leg open out to the side. Good. Really straighten your knee as much as possible so you can feel a big opening in the back of the thigh, in the hamstring area. You feeling that yet? Now you can say something every now and then if you care to. The groaning is appropriate? No. Good, now come across your body, take your other hand and place it on the calf, and just let the leg go across your body slightly. Good. That's it. Very, very nice. Come back to the center and let the leg come down. Good, now the same thing on the other side. So the knee opens out to the side. Decide if you want your hand behind your thigh, on the calf, hold the ankle, hold the foot. Any of those are good. And then straighten out. Straighten out. Good. Excellent. So pausing where you are, keep that right side of your body glued to the mat. Excellent. Very, very nice. So the leg may relax and go down a little bit lower on one side than the other. That's okay. Nice work, everyone. Good. So here, of course, legs wide pose on our supine, on our back. Here we're just opening up all of the structures in the lower part of the body, stabilizing with your torso. Excellent. Now bring the leg up, cross over, reach up with your other hand on the calf. Other arm comes down to balance and just go across, go a little bit past the leg that's on the chair. Here you're really lengthening the muscles here on the side of the body. Iliotibial band right here, the IT band. If you walk a lot or cycle a lot, that's very useful. Keep that area nice and limber. Excellent. Then come back to the center. Good, and bring the feet down. Now the next movement, we're still going to be on our back for this, so bring the soles of your feet together and bring your feet up right on the front edge of the chair. Take both hands and just kind of prop your hands underneath your knees, but keep your feet touching, keep all 10 toes touching. And this is Baddha Konasana, or butterfly, we like to call it. Good, and here you're opening the inner thigh. The challenge here is to keep the feet together and the toes together. So there's a certain amount of tension in this pose. Now if your chair is slick and you notice that, you might put a bath towel or something over it to give yourself a little bit of grip on the chair, but this one seems to be working well. Excellent. Very nice. Now, if you want a little bit more sensation in this pose, you can stay here, or you can slide your hands down to your ankles and then bring the feet closer to your body. So both of those are good. Either one works well. Good, then exhale. Wherever you're at, just lift your head up. If your feet are on the chair, just lift your head and shoulders up. Good. And then flow back down for a moment, exhaling. Very nice. Now let's lift our shoulders up again. And one last pose. Open the legs out to the side and just reach towards the chair. Can you put your fingers on the chair? Maybe, maybe not. Just think about it. You can also reach straight up if you like. Are you still breathing? Good. Bring your feet back together. Good, and lay back again. Very nice. Draw your knees together. Good, and have everything touchy. Now, on this next pose that we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is come to a seated position. Now, how do we do that? So, first thing we're going to do is you're going to turn to your side. So, Kathy's going to roll away from me, and I'm going to roll towards the camera. So first, just turn to your side and bring your legs down with you. Good. And then bring your top arm to the mat, and then just push yourself back up. Good. Use both hands. Good. Now, before you go any further, and this is a lounging kind of position, take that leg close to the chair and just swing it back over the chair. Good. So now you're facing the chair. Good. And if you're not facing the chair, you need to change. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's a process. It's okay. Good. Very, very nice. So as you're facing the chair, good, we're going to want to reach forward and put our hands on the two back railings of the chair. Good. Now open your legs wide and then flex your feet. Bring the toes towards your torso. Good. So we hold right here. Good. Every few minutes, shift forward just a little bit. And maybe your hands go past the railings on the chair. Good. At that point, you can stack your arms and put your forehead on top. Good. So go as far forward as you can first. Pause here. Good. Excellent. That's great. So holding here, breathing in and out. Let your tailbone feel heavy so that it anchors you in the pose. Good. So think about the spine being nice and long. So lift your head back up, come back up tall. Good. So slide the arms back so that your arms are right at the front of the chair. Now lift up your left arm to the sky. Lift it up. Now bring the left arm to the floor behind you. Good. Turn your fingertips away and actually have your arm touch your body. Roll your shoulder back. Good. Now take that right arm and rotate your body to the left. Look over your shoulder. If you don't have any issues with your neck, just continue to look. Now literally use the chair to help you rotate. Now when you're in position here, you should feel lengthening in your inner thigh on the right side. Good. And you should feel opening in your shoulder here on the left. Good. So a rotational pose. Very nice. Take a big inhale, grow taller. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Very, very, very nice. Good. Now, head comes back towards the chair, and then float that arm up again, and that would be your left arm, and bring it down to the mat. Hinge forward again, or bound to the chair. Bring your forehead towards those arms again, and pause right there. Good. Now, think about your spine being long rather than rounded. That's why you can also stack your fists and put one fist right on top of the other. That works well too. So keep your spine fairly long. And all that means is don't round. Be tall. Good. Now on your next inhale, sit up tall again. Good. Now bring your left arm to the front of the chair. Lift up your right arm. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. So the hand comes behind. Good. Hold on to the side of the chair. Take a big inhale. Roll your right shoulder back. And then pull with your left hand on that chair to help you rotate. So be very tall. Good. You should feel lengthening in the inner thigh on the left in this pose. Wonderful. And then the head flows back to the center, and the arm comes back to the front again. Good, in either the stacked arms or the two fists. Good. Pause here for a moment and then come upright again. Good, now let's lift up our left arm again. And this time, bring it down to the shin bone of the left leg. Slide your right foot in and place your foot against the back chair rung. Good. Now lift up the opposite arm. Be very tall, and then exhale, slide the left hand down towards the foot. Look up. Now if you find that your right arm doesn't like being in the air, you can put the hand on the chair. Works great. Just look over the shoulder. Now if that bothers your neck, look at your left foot. Good, all good. All good places to be. Good, try to bring your torso a little bit closer now to the chair so that we're not sliding backwards. You know, I caught myself doing it, so I know you might have been too. Very nice. Now lift upright. Bring the hand on top of the chair. Slide out your right leg. Bend in your left leg. Let your foot actually touch the back of the chair rung on that side, and that's on the left side. Good. Now take a really big inhale. Lift up your right hand. Place it on your shin bone on the left. Good. And then just reach up to the sky with that left arm if you like. And remember, if that's uncomfortable for you, you can put your hand on your rib cage or you can put a hand on the chair. Good. And just rotate and look up. Either one of them are good. Good. So this is a lengthening pose. You should feel like you're growing longer towards that foot. So you always want to keep your spine long. And by that I mean fairly straight, strong. Very nice. Now when we get in these poses and hold them for a while, it's always nice if you shut your eyes because you can start to feel how each element within your body starts to move. You know, we always want to work towards sensation in all yoga classes, but never pain. So when the muscles start to move, you start to feel that sensation of lengthening in this case, but never pain. In any class you're ever in, you never want to run into that sensation of pain. You want to feel lengthening here. Very, very nice. Now lift back up. Good. Now slide the hands down, both hands down. Hold on to the front chair rails up near the top of the seat. Now bend your right foot in and touch the seat, the back leg with your foot. You're holding on to the seat at the top. Now literally push with your feet into the chair so that it doesn't lift up. You feel that right there? Good. So what you might want to do is slide your hands forward on your chair, whether it's on the seat or the little rail beneath, whichever one works better for you. Good. Push your feet into the back legs. Good. Now start by looking up towards the ceiling. Now remember to be kind to your neck. Good. Push your inner thighs down and then just gradually let your body slide back. Now you hold on to the chair and lift your sternum, lift your heart. This is a little back bend. Good. Listen to your spine. Push your inner thighs down. Hold on to the chair. It's like diving backwards into the pool. If you have no issues with your neck, you can lay your head back. Or if you do, just look at the point where the ceiling and the wall meet behind the chair. Good. Here, lift your abdominals up into your spine. Good. And then drop your shoulder blades down and back. And of course, don't forget, find your breath. Now after a moment you may find that you can slide your hands all the way to the front chair legs. If you do, lift your sternum up. But just be where you are today. Remember, every time we come to the mat for practice, we've had different life experiences that bring us to this point. So some days your mind may be very busy and you can't quiet it down. Other days you might be a little stiff or whatever from things you've done. No worries. Remember, it's a lifelong practice, and practice is just that. Good. Now bring your chin to your chest, but keep your torso right where it is. Keep lifting your chest. Excellent. Now pull yourself towards the chair. Good. Slide your hands about halfway down and round your back, chin to your chest, like a seated cat. Good. Then inhale, come up tall, in the spine, and then exhale, round your back like a cat. Very, very, very nice. And lengthen. Very nice. And round your back like a cat. And then lengthen. Beautiful. Now, let your feet come together underneath. You can just have them in butterfly, a wide butterfly, or they can just be behind the chair. Either one is good. Good. Now reach through and find those chair rungs at the base of the seat and back, or the back part of the chair. Good. Come forward towards the chair. Good. Now, you may find after a moment that you want to straighten your legs out. That's all fine too. All of those are good. And you can even fall back. You could cross at the ankle if you like. Good. And put one ankle above the other if you care to. Good. Now hinge forward, stack your arms again, and put your forehead on top. So we're moving into the last part of our chair practice today, and this is Shavasana using the chair. Shavasana is resting pose. So as we get ready to do that, we just bring our forehead to the arms. Good, and let your back relax down. Feel like your sit bones are anchoring and grounded into the floor, like your lower back is gliding down. Good. Very, very, very nice. So just finding that spot where you can totally relax the spine and be released in the pose. Good. Let your mind be quiet. If those thoughts try to pop in, just focus on your breath again for a few moments. If you need to reposition your feet or anything, do that. And just find a spot where you can be for a few moments here. Maybe be safe from inner and outer harm. May our hearts be open and loving. May our bodies be healthy and strong. May we walk the path of life in peace, joy, and contentment all of our days. Good, and let's float our head upright. Now keep the eyes just shuttered a little bit. That just means halfway closed. Good. Now I'm going to lift the chair up and slide both of my legs towards the front of the room in this case. So you'll just lift the chair up and just slide your legs out. Good, there you go. Good, and I'm just going to face to the front. We'll pause right here, and you can have your legs straight or crossed. If you have the chair in between your legs, just leave your legs open. Good, and just bring the backs of your wrists to your knees, and we'll seal today's practice. Good, hands can be at heart center if you like. The light that shines within each of us present in today's practice is magnified back in return by our joint efforts. We come together and we share community and we share the practice of yoga. Thank you for letting me lead your practice today, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Namaste.